Welcome everyone, my name is Jack and this is Hacknet, a hacking game made by one Australian guy and it's a lot of fun. I've played about half an hour so far. We'll continue where I left off because I can run you through the ropes of the game, but it does seem to support local saves or different local profiles. There's a lot of games that come out today which just have one. I haven't tested this, but it looks like you can have multiple, which is cool. But let's continue where I left off with my Jack attack profile. Here's the main interface for the game. It is supposed to, I guess, represent or simulate a real computer interface for what a hacker would use. It's not those glitz and glam of CSI and all that. It's generally a bunch of terminal commands. And on the right here, I've got my terminal and we'll be using it the whole time. My hand will hardly be on the mouse. There's a couple of things which I feel like I have to use the mouse for, but it'll be interesting to see how little I can use it. I might use it for demonstration purposes, but the game interface is obviously glitched up a little bit than just a standard terminal window, because if it was just a terminal interface, it wouldn't be that exciting. We are still playing a game, there needs to be a balance, and I think he's nailed it pretty well. So what are we doing? We've got our home PC, we're our PC, and I'm the administrator here. I can use terminal commands, and these are the, I guess, Unix or Linux systems commands, so ls, I can push that, and I'll list all the files and folders that are available in the system. I can go change directory by typing cd. By the way, if you can't read the interface, you'll need to probably go into 1080p to see this. I could enlarge the text through an option, but the text then kind of overflows the boxes and it doesn't look quite right. So I think for you guys, if you want to just be able to see the text in the bottom right, you'll need to go into 1080p mode. I'm sorry if you can't, but I'll be describing what I'm doing. CD, for example, I can go into the bin and I can see my files within that. And there's some files that I've been getting off other computers, and one of them is actually the hex clock, which I really, really like. It was on a computer which I'm pretty sure I didn't have to go to, but I was just snooping around and I found it. And if I run it, it'll run in the memory, or my RAM on the left there. Takes up a tiny bit of it, 55 megs out of my 700 megs I've got. And you notice that the color changed. Now, if you know anything about web design, or I guess colors on computers in general, and the color will change. There we go. Colors in general, colors can be stored on computers using a hexadecimal format. This is completely unrelated to hacking, but I do computer science and I teach it, and data representation is one of them. The value here is a hexadecimal value. It's 6 digits from from 0 going up to F, hexadecimal values, and it represents all the colors that we generally use, all the colors that we use in web design. Most of the colors you can see. Now, the amusing thing is that you can actually use this to represent a clock. So currently I'm recording this at 14, so it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 12 past 2 and 35 seconds. And so it's just a clock using the 6 digits, but then the colors of the interface are actually the color value of the time. I think it's really cool. It's completely unrelated to hacking, but when I saw that and ran that, I was like, that's pretty neat. And then I found actually there's loads of them online. I've been studying into it a bit because I'm doing lots of web design at work at the moment, but that's an aside. Cool things like that. The color value would change. So it's going to go back to 00. There we go. Back to that orange. And it'll probably be the same going between this mustardy yellow to purple through the whole time of our playthrough, just because this hour value, which will be the red, isn't going to change very much. But the cool thing is that it's going grayish. That's interesting. The cool thing is that we're going to see, you'll see different color shifts at different times you play. But the cool thing is that along like that, if I go, what's that? I can type in help and I can see all the commands. And the first command in the help list is actually type help 2 to see different commands and help 3 to see the last of them. But anyway, back on the help menu, I can type in PS to see all running memory. And so you can see there that hex clock is PID 160. If I go kill 160, they will kill it out of the RAM. Pretty cool. But let's run that thing again because I really like it. So hex clock, there we go. Okay. So I can actually navigate the interface using my cursor here, but I'm going to try and stick away from it. So what do we need to do? I've got mail from this guy who's possibly dead. And there's a story running through this game of he's dead or he's not dead. Kind of confusing. I presume we'll find that as we go along, but it's pulling me through and it's actually quite interesting. But where to from here? This is the latest message and I think it's where we're going to go from. Alright, if you see this, then you've done well, and well, all this might be actually worth something. If that's too much to hope for, it seems like a lot to hope for. I've realized that I just don't have enough time to write this whole thing. There's way too much to learn, I don't have time to do any of it, so I'm gonna need to ask something more. There's a group that goes by Entropy that's currently accepting members. They'll be able to teach you more. When you're ready, I'll contact you again. As for getting into Entropy, you'll need to bypass a proxy server, a few shells. I haven't used shells yet, so hopefully we'll be able to figure it out. Open the command shell and running on a computers you've already got admin access should be able to overload it. So PS, I also forgot running trouble. I've linked the network education archives. It's got a lot of useful. So network educations, I can add that. And I presume, unless maybe I can just type in connect and then manually type in that number 163.184. Oh, that's not a 4. No, I can't type. .7.147. Hey, and net at you. So look, I can look at proxy server quick guides. So I can go to here and if I probe this, what's it got in its system? Oh, it's got firewall and a proxy, and it needs 5 open ports, but it's only got 1. What? I don't understand. How do I go back to not the... I'll have to use the cursor here. Sometimes when I have these interfaces, like going to the mail server, I don't know how to open the mail server without clicking that button. There is a mail server port here. There probably is a couple of commands I could use with the keyboard, but I haven't figured them out. I presume there is, because the game uses the keyboard brilliantly. However, network education archives. What I want to do... Proxy server. Proxy server's function is a buffering layer between a target computer and a connecting counterpart that filters, caches, and monitors incoming traffic to both optimize web performance, repeated queries, prevent some kind of attacks. The most well-recognized flaw in proxy servers is the upper memory load, which still will force them to allow unchecked traffic to pass through if there's too much. Okay, so that's why we've got to kind of get some of these systems that down here, these are different nodes, that I've already got admin access to, chuck on some shells, get them all to hammer the server, and eventually I'll be able to get through. To exploit this, we'll often run shells on other computers that a hacker has access to, often with the built-in shell program. Then with the collection of shells on servant machines, we'll connect to a target computer and then use shells to overload functionality to flood the target's proxy server with junk data allowing other potentially harmful traffic to go through. Oh, mission unavailable, user ID different to different faction. So I presume if I can get to entropy, is this the entropy network there? It's just network education. Interesting. Then maybe I can do a mission for it. So common functions of shells is overload, designed to test networks and proxy servers, floods the target machine with junk. Trap will notify running user when a foreign user connects to the machine. So I possibly should set that up on my own machine. So if I go to here and I type in shell and then run trap on it, can I run shell trap? Computer's already running a shell. Okay, maybe I presume I can click that, but I'll leave that there possibly? I don't know. And then I can close it completely. Interesting. Okay, go back to this. Shells, and the other one was it's incredibly useful to maintain security of a remote network computer while doing other work. Yeah, okay, maybe we should run a shell. Oh, I'm currently on this machine, so I need to disconnect and then go to my machine and then run the shell. So I'm just gonna leave it trap. I don't really understand what that is, but hey, we'll leave it there. Back in the mail though, we need to get to the entropy test server. Just this bad thing down here. And then we can open up the proxy server info. And you'll notice that there's some notes here, but it stopped when I got to here. And the reason for that is it can't fit in the memory. How interesting is that? I think that's brilliant. You can't have the notes open all the time because you need your RAM to run stuff. Like hacking tools, you'll see them in a moment. So you're actually forced to learn. Brilliant. I think that's great. Especially the type of game it is, because you're using these commands all the time. Other games which are probably a bit, maybe not as niche and have that easy difficulty curve, then people wouldn't like that. But this game has got a pretty niche genre, and I think that if you're gonna really get into this, I think it's a great way to teach. So, using the display module and navigate read files, I know all this, we can close all this. Okay, so what's some machines that I've got already? The Bitwise test PC. I'm an administrator. Now the other thing is when you go into machines, you also need to make sure that you delete the logs from it at the end. So I'll have to do that at the end. So a shell at this point, if we click on overload, maybe not. Let's go to help. Shell is not there. Help 2. It says I can open and close the disk tray. Don't know what that's useful for yet. Kind of an odd one. I wonder if I can go to someone's room or something and like open their disk tray. That'd be amusing. Analyze. Maybe help 3 add shell on it. Where is shell? It's not in alphabetical order, which I find interesting. Yeah, it's not. So we need to run a shell on this machine. But maybe do I have to connect to the entropy one? So here's the entropy one. If I can't scan because I need admin, but if I probe it, it will show me it's got a proxy. And if I run shell on this, I can't run it because I can't run it on the machine. I need to run it on other machine. Oh, look, this bar's filling up. Is I just need to run... Maybe that was it. When I run it, it automatically runs to networks that I'm connected to? Maybe it automatically is on overload? And this guy already... I've hacked into his, so I got them both on. If I go back to this system, and then go back to Pro, and then click overload and overload. Ah, okay, now it's hammered it. Okay, so now the proxy's bypassed, we can get other information through. All the ports are sealed, but we need one open port. Now I've got an SSH crack, which runs on port 22. That there will crack the, I guess, find the sequence to open that port for us. And see, that's also running the memory. Okay, that's open. And then I can run port hack. And it's going to go through a bunch of keywords. Hopefully find the password. Password is found. Okay, we're in. Awesome. So let's view the file system. And now for the sake of this, I'm actually just going to use the mouse just to be a bit quicker, but congratulations, download this file to complete your induction test. Okay, so we can do that by going SCP, and then type the name of the file, which is entropy test, and then that's downloaded. Awesome, and the session was saved. Cool. Here's a built-in save, and I can see all the logs here. I'm going to actually, before we delete all the logs, is there any tools? There's a bit, please read. But if you're lurking, can you please come out of the shadows? I need to talk to you. Vapor won't get off my case saying something's wrong. She's sure something's wrong. Let me know. T. There's a lot of background text and like IRC logs you can read. People asking for money and whatnot. Like, there's a whole lot of text. The world is hack the planet. There's a lot of background or extra data to fill in the universe or fill in the, I guess, the story, and it's cool. It's nice to see it's all there. There's no like running files, like tools there. So okay, let's go CD back up to the, or use some commands here. Go back to the top level, go to the log folder, and then go remove star, and that should remove all the files one by one. I presume these ones are yellow because I'm currently running shells on them. Okay, then I'm going to DC from that. Now I should have an email. Confirmation mission from Entropy. Greetings, JackTech. Let me be the first to congratulate you on locating and passing the Entropy Group entrance exam. While to an experienced hacker it's effectively a trivial task, surprisingly few can actually seem to manage it. Before we're able to allow you to officially join the group, we must further confirm your abilities. A tabloid news server has recently taken a negative stance towards Entropy. We'd like to temporarily disable their operation. Second test of your skill, we need to tell you to bring down the server's message board. If you can, leave the non-Entropy related articles... Hold on. If you can, leave the non-Entropy related articles and the rest of the server intact. We do not wish to be needlessly destructive. Huh, okay, so they just want a program for the entropy related stuff to go down. Kind of as like, I guess, a message, but okay, so we've got another server, which I can push that button, or I can just type in that network address. So we don't want to wipe this server, and we don't want to stop these other ones from working as well. So this is what the website looks to anyone who visits it. Like, is your data at risk? So you can read everything. Microsoft. But let's have a look. Oh, hold on. When we're on the entropy server, if we scan complete. Okay, there's nothing there. It's not connected to any other nodes. We need to probe. That's the word I was thinking of. Okay, so proxy detected. Let's run some overloads. Looks like we've got enough. Because it just takes time. I guess if I stop one of these, is it gonna probe go back down? Interesting not. Okay. Let's run SSH on 22. And then we'll run port hack in a moment once that's done. Right, running the port hack. Okay, so now we're in. I can, oh man. So I need to disable, this is interesting, because I could be very needlessly destructive here. Bring down the service message board. If you can, leave the non-entropy related articles intact. So if I go, what was the command? It was PS. Oh, those are my shells. I can't see like... Okay, I was wondering if the message board was like a process and there's different ones for each thing, but that wouldn't make sense. In here, there's the logs, there's the bin, there's the system, and the message board. So there's all the listings. Close listing. I can see configuration files. Config in this folder is a critical system file. Do not delete or rename it. Doing so will crash the board and bring most person down. Changes the config should be made during scheduled outages to avoid this issue. So I could crash the whole board quite easily by deleting that file. We don't want to wipe the articles either. We ask you to bring down the server's message board if you can to leave the non-entry related articles and the rest of the server intact. I don't think there's a way to just take down certain parts. Unless there's something in here. But I don't think I can like actually edit text files. I think I can only delete. I could possibly delete those two. Like those two articles. And that'd be it, possibly? Let me double check. We want to bring down the service message board. I'm going to see if deleting... I'm going to leave the articles. But, I don't know, I just find the wording a bit confusing. It's saying to bring it down, but leave the articles intact, which kind of sounds like deleting the entropy-related ones, but then also bringing it all down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the config.sys. Now the config file to delete, I think it's rm config.sys. Okay, so I've deleted it. Let's go to cd to log, backup, and then to log, and then delete all the log files. I don't want any notice of me being here. I'll save while we're at it. Alright, they're all gone. So if I go back to the top, critical error. So then it's brought down, but I don't know if that's what I wanted to do. Okay. Let's reply. You can also add in your own text, which I find amusing. Did I do it? Let's see what they said. Entropy win achievement. Congratulations, a timely execution of your first contract's proven abilities. Okay, so I did get it. I was just kind of a bit confused. And now I can gladly welcome you to Entropy. As a small welcoming gift, you'll find the user details of an admin account to our asset server attached. Help yourself to any programs you might need and view our mantra. Once you get up, reply to the address and I'll arrange a true test of your abilities. Cool, so the asset server, admin and Rosebud. Okay, if I go here, I can log in with, oh, it's already there, that's neat. But I could have typed those in if I really wanted to. What have you got in here? Let's use the mouse so you guys can see what I'm up to. Mantra. Group is founded on 3 pillars. They want to strive for justice and righteousness in all things, create and share more than you destroy, and never have an excuse not to improve. We'll deny a contract that go against these pillars. So look, I can see some chat logs here. Oh, backups. I want to SCP FTP bounce. Alright, copied that. Oh, it's already in there. And SSH crack. Do we have that at the moment? We did, didn't we? Yeah. And what's the systems? There won't be anything in the systems. Okay. Let's go back and delete all the logs. And then we'll DC from this network. Cool. Now, interestingly, it said to reply to bit. Mission complete. Okay, maybe we haven't done it yet. Maybe I need to keep working through entropy stuff. Alright. I think I'm ready to go. Re-welcome. Excellent. I'd like you to first formally invite you to accepting your entropy contracts. Attached is the location of the group's secure contract database, along with the credential details necessary to access it. Feel free to accept it. So let's do it manually. Let's type in connect 153. I typed it in too quickly. 153. Oh no, my machine. No, go back to the mail. I need my mail. 153.174.243.47. Oh, I didn't even look at the... No. I probably should look at this. Jack attack and then... Oh, Rosebud again. That's interesting. Oh, let's add them in. But when I'm here, I can go log in and I can type it in by going Jack attack and then go Rosebud. There we go. Point Clicker, the famous counter hack back to school X project. Alright, let's go to Point Clicker. The well-meaning client needs to do data for his game server deleted to income productivity. A well-meaning client needs some of his data from a game server. Ah. Wait, to regain productivity? This is one of those point and click games like Fallout Shelter that I'm playing way too much of at the moment. He wants his data deleted from, so when you want your data there so you can't play it anymore? Well, like you've already finished it? Alright. Okay, so I accepted it. And unfortunately, no one in my incompetent office staff is able to complete this issue, forcing my hand to resort to outside help. Informative assuming this line is secure, so I'll be brief. I've bested the game Point Clicker and wish to prove my clear dominance over it again. No, he wants to be productive by doing it again. Okay. I'll need you to enter their server and delete my save file so I can crash it once more. My username is Mint. Feel free to bask in my glory of my current achievement before resetting. Okay. So, what's this contact handle? Oh, it's this big note again. Got the server. Let's connect straight to it, and it's Minsk. Okay. Can we play this? Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me? Is there a game in here? Wait, no. No way. How deep is this program? Okay, click me. Is this actually... There's a game... I'm... That's crazy! There's a game within this game. How deep does this game get? This is really, really cool. I'm gonna check this up to 100. Auto clicker. So it costs 12, which is 16. There is so much detail in this point clicking game. There's more than probably most point clicking games I've played before. Look at my points go up. Oh my goodness. I'm... I guess it's very simple because it's just all upgrading your amount of points you can click. Look at the numbers go up. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just blown away that the developers made this game, I guess, so complete. All right, let's get on with this. Let's probe. Jeez. All right. Okay, we need 2. And we do have the SSH, so we can crack that in port 22. And there was an FTP bounce, which goes in 21 as well. Oh, look at that. That's working away. I have no idea what it's doing. Can I run multiple versions of it to speed it up? Looks like the answer is no. I want to kill 81. Okay, well, I've got them both open, so let's go port hack. 2 ports are open. The most important thing though, is that point clicker game still running? I think it reset, or it might have saved or something. But that's amazing. Okay. To the proper stuff. My goodness, this game's awesome. Systems, bin, logs, home. Some IRC dogs here. There's so much to read. I just don't want to do it because it takes so long. Point of readme don't crash, never delete or rename the config. I know this is critical. I want to meddle with it. Now, amusingly, is my name? Oh, like it is. This okay? Just round of applause. My username is one of the save files. That is so cool. Anyway, we need to remove Minsk. Remove Minsk. It's done. Okay, cd ... all the way top, then go to the log file, then remove, remove everything, delete all the logs. Look at them go away, then we'll DC from this. I've currently got my other shells running. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I don't really understand you, but hey, I'm learning. Okay, let's check out the mail. Let's reply. Oh, I didn't even look at the score. Oh. I'm kind of disappointed now. I should have looked at it. Your client is report success. Cool. Pleased with your work. You're now free to accept further contracts. Current rating is 80 out of 100. Okay. Can I reply to that? No. I guess there's no point to reply to that. Where's that contract database? Here. Log in. Let's do one more. Back to school. Our high school has requested us with concerns of the IT department accessing private student data, likely on the request of one of their students' parents, but we can't say for sure. They don't want anything deleted, but they want to discreetly find that if their staff's private passwords. But they want to discreetly find their IT private passwords. All right, let's do it. Back to school. Marlborough High School's administration department is contacting us looking for a means to quietly gain their IT staff's admin passwords so they can perform an investigation by themselves. While inside, you try and preserve all the data you can find. Any tampering could mess with their judgment. For the part of it, you'll need to break and clear your tracks and reply with the password. We'll take care of contacting the school. Okay. So here's the system. Let's probe. There's a proxy. So let's overload it with my two shells. I need some more. We can run it off the bedroom PC that we hooked onto a while ago. Oh, this one's already running a shell. How about on the Gmail system? Can we run a shell on this? Oh, we're not the administrator of it. The net EDUs. Can we don't have admin. It's okay. We'll just leave it like this. So back to probing. Okay, we got two. We need one. The SSH one seems to be quicker, so let's run that. And then let's run port hack. There's actually a really cool one that I saw earlier. Hold on, let me find it for you. You can analyze. Oh, when there's a firewall, I managed to do it. And you can analyze, and you can try and solve it. Because when you analyze it, it has all these values, and then thinks. I don't know. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. You guys have to find that out for yourselves if you play the game. Let's crack into this port hack. Okay. We're going to make sure that we delete only our logs. But let's scan and have a look through here. People not to trust. Cool. They're doing drug deals. That's terrific. Private student emails. The student ever sent me an appreciative email. I'll store it here. God, I'm so alone. All right. Logs. I'll have to delete the logs because I'm connecting straight from my machine. I wonder if I need to be like connecting through another machine, like a proxy. I don't even know. Can we? Probably could do that, possibly. How do I find out what the password is? Is it in here somewhere? Oh, hold on. Would it be in one of their logs? These are all my logs, actually. They must be in here somewhere. All right. Yeah, someone. All the students' search history. Nothing seems to be in there. Oh my goodness, are you kidding? In this log file, they're talking about that password, and their password is 7 stars, so it looks like encrypted, but it's not actually. Oh my goodness, these guys are so silly. Okay, let's remove all the logs, because they're all mine. Oh my goodness, are these guys just serious? They're so silly, people. Alright, got those. Let's get off. Back to school. Reply. Put in the password. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Add that in. Send it. Oh, really? Wow, I didn't even know if the guy's a genius or an idiot. Probably a bit of both. Damn, I mean, I checked on myself because the verification script said it was working. I wanted to test that. This is going to be confusing to reply. Good work on your end. Putting it through now. Very cool. So the contract is successful. Contract is 60 out of 100, maybe lower. Like you want to be number 1, presumably. Interesting. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. This is Hacknet. It's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying this hacking game, and you should check it out for yourselves. It's out now on Steam. It's got a really cool feel to it. Nice music, great interface, and it's lots of fun. I'm interested to see where it goes, especially with the story and these missions. Loads of neat little, I guess, hidden gems within it. Best part about it though is easily point clicker. I'm not going to be kidding. I'll be here for a while. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you later.